Coach Tocchet joins us now. Coach, practice was important today. I'm sure was a lot of time spent on taking advantage of some opportunities that was lost the night before.
We worked on a few things. Just the concepts were there in the ozone time, and obviously, we held them without a shot for almost 20 minutes, and we had our chances. But saying that, we got to put them in. We had, we hit a couple of posts. I think, posts are unlucky. I get it, but we had a couple empty nets. But there's some times where I think some individuals have to get to areas, and they're hard-earned areas, and you got to get there. We counted 3 times where, a guy went by the net, the puck. Gibson made a great stop, but the puck was just lying there. If the guy stopped in front, he would have got a goal. So these are just things that we went over, and it's something that you got to ingrain in people almost every day. It's like brushing your teeth. So, it's we had a couple of breakaways against Vegas when it was 0-0. It would have, I thought we deserved better in that game. At least get a point. Thought we had a chance to win this game, but ifs and buts, they don't count. Boy.
Yeah.
So we got to figure a way of putting that puck in the net.
So are you going to mix anything up, or you're going to keep it as status quo for now?
Well, I mean, you might make a few changes. I don't want to change for the sake of just to change. I mean, I thought when you dominate a team, you obviously don't score. You don't want to change too much. But saying that, there might be a few tweaks that we might have to do for sure.
Coach, maybe it's me. I obviously didn't play in the NHL, but the team seemed a little slower last night just watching it on television. Or maybe it came out. Is that me, or would you see that maybe it was just instead of fifth gear as in fourth gear?
Well, I mean, no, I don't know. I think if you go by this, it's hard for me to say we played slow in the sense of, we had 8 minutes. They had 3 minutes of ozone possession time. That's a big number. So
okay.
It's not so much slow, I guess. But you know what? And I agree with you. We were slow on the power play, maybe slow thinking when we came out of pressure. Yeah, I agree with you there. That's something when you beat pressure, you got to attack. And sometimes we look slow when we beat pressure, and that's where you want to attack the net. So yeah, I do agree with you there. There's about 4 or 5 instances where we played slow out of pressure. And that's something you can't do because, once you beat pressure, that means you have the extra guy or you have an odd man rush. Why not attack? So that's a mindset for sure.
Coach, coming out of a 4-game set in a regular season, scheduling has got to be a little weird from a coaching perspective. Is there anything different from your mindset going into games like 3 and 4? It almost has a playoff feel. Is there anything different you had to go through as a head coach when you're looking at a 4-game set against the same team during the regular season?
Yeah, a lot more adjustments.
Yeah.
Usually, you play Minnesota, then you fly to Colorado, and you go play, Pittsburgh. So there's different. Most teams play the same way, but you obviously have some different attributes of the team. I thought we adjusted well. Those teams in Vegas coming home on a couple of things. We watched Anaheim play Colorado a couple of times, and I thought our game plan was good. They like to pack it in, and they give you certain things. We just didn't take advantage of it. So when you have, we'll try to adjust something tomorrow against Anaheim, but that's kind of the difference. You get to adjust more against a team because you see them more often. In a week, you might see a team 3-4 times for sure.
Coach, I hear you sometimes as far as thinking versus the reaction or reacting to a lot of what's going on. Is this team in a reaction mode, or as you mentioned, maybe there's too much thinking going on, and maybe you simplify things where guys don't have quite as much to think about?
Yeah, you always try to tell a player, don't think too much. Just let the game come to you. Like I always thought, even when I struggled as a player, you go into the game simplifying. Say, the first time I get the puck, unless somebody is like wide open 100%, I'm going to take that shot. Or if, I got the puck and I give it to my buddy, I'm going to be the middle drive guy. I'm just going to go right to the net. I'm going to stop. Like good things happen when you simplify and you don't think too much. And that's something. We have a lot of players that they like to think the game and the hockey IQ, but sometimes they overthink. Kellers and Kessels and guys like that. They look for more sometimes. Sometimes the simple play like. Sometimes just shoot the puck. You're looking for more. Or Kells, like those guys, if they just play simple more often, I think they'll get rewarded more.
Rick Tocchet, Roc and Manuch with Crespin here on the home of the Coyotes, Fox Sports 910. Coach, Lawson Krause after the game, he was mad. He was frustrated. And is that kind of what you're seeing at this team, the way that they're growing together through 7 games? Is you kind of want them to be mad after a loss like that, where they on paper you guys should have won the game.
Yeah, I like guys being mad. They should be mad. They should be accountable. You want to do something about it. I don't want them to get frustrated. I mean, I know we haven't scored in the last 2 games. The last thing I can do is want these guys to squeeze their sticks. We have a tough time scores than it is, so you want them to relax. So you get them in a good frame of mind, give them some, let them see some good video, but also some learning video. That's important. But they also got to understand when you're mad, do something about it. So that's the key. Listen, I think we deserve better on our record. I thought, having that 2-0 lead in Vegas, blowing that, obviously the 0-0 game, giving that 40 seconds. The first game against San Jose, I think slow start, we came back. Like there's points out there, and we got to grab them. So sure, yeah, we need some individuals to get mad at their own play, but we also have to have a mindset. Hey guys, if we continue, we obviously need another notch, and that means scoring goals. What are you willing to do as a team and as a teammate? That's the next level graduation for our team.
Is it go out and play more angrier or with a chip on their shoulder? Do you think they're playing angry enough, or with more of a chip, more of an attitude, so to speak, Coach?
Well, I mean, listen, everybody has their unique personality. For me, angry playing is I'm going to the net and I'm going to battle a guy.
Sure, yeah.
We're going to go at it. So some other guys have, obviously there's some guys, we're a smaller team, so they might have to be a little more, like Connor Garland. Like, he's not just going to go in front of that and start hammering guys, but he will at certain times. He'll be a pest. He's pesty. He strips pucks. He does his own way. We need more of our little guys to play like Garland, and that's being mad, of course. I don't want them to be frustrated, because when you're frustrated and you get the puck, you start squeezing your stick.
Coach, with this schedule and playing, it seems like every other day, and you have a game like last night where you want to get to practice, today and work on a couple things. How difficult has it been to get these guys to be disciplined and at the same time give this team a break to recover? Right, these guys need to recover after a game like last night or playing every other night.
That's a great point, and that's the key. The recovery is huge. What I love to practice and what I like to, our team plays better when we practice, but we just played 4 games against Vegas. They're a big team. They're heavy. Mm-hmm. They knock you around. Now we play Anaheim, another big team. They play, maybe not as talented as Vegas, but they play a lockdown. They got big guys. That's a big team over there. So it's 5 games in a row against big teams. We're a smaller team, so you got to make sure our guys are rested so they have their legs to play like pests out there and get in and get out of there. So I think that's the key. We had I felt today we had to get a sweat and a little bit of a practice. We're only for 15, 10, 20 minutes. But I won't have them on the ice in the morning. They'll come to the rink. We have to do our protocol for our testing, and then get home and get ready to re-energize tomorrow. So our team is about energy and resiliency, and hopefully we can have some resiliency tomorrow.
Coach, thanks for the time. Good luck tomorrow.
Thanks, boys. Take care. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Rick Tocchet joining us here, head coach of your Arizona Coyotes.